Appearance in adult court. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy was there. Has more on this case along with never-before-heard details.
Denise and Brian, I've learned Jesus Ayala, the accused driver, appeared to show no remorse when he was taken into custody, even referring to the hit and run and telling an officer he'll get a slap on the wrist since he's in the juvenile system. As we've reported, he has a lengthy criminal history there, but he's not in the juvenile system anymore.
Jesus Ayala
Appearing in adult court for the first time Thursday, facing 18 charges, including murder.
The court does find probable cause for your arrest in this case.
His co-defendant, Jameer Keys, facing 3 charges, also including murder. The teens are accused of killing retired police chief Andy Probst, intentionally hitting him as he rode his bicycle in a designated bike lane. Ayala, the accused driver. Keys, the accused passenger who recorded this video. Metro Police say this was the 3rd hit and run during their crime spree on August 14th. They're accused of hitting another cyclist earlier that morning, a 72-year-old man who survived. The 8 News Now investigators confirming all 3 hit and runs are on video. Police say the teens also stole 4 cars that day. Ayala, 17 at the time, now 18. Keys, 16 years old.
Video in the newsroom of a dog attack near downtown. That man is in the emergency room after the dog bit him in the neck. It happened at West Martin and North Colorado Street near downtown. KENS 5's Andrew Moore joins us live with what police say was no accident. Andrew?
Yes, Deborah, police say now this was definitely intentional, and in fact they're charging the suspect with 2 different felonies. We're about to see video of this attack as it unfolded. Police say the victim suffered severe lacerations.
Our victim, who got bit by the dog, and the dog owner apparently have some history. They know each other.
Here's what happened on camera. You see the victim with what looks like a lawnmower and the suspect, who police say had a dog on a leash.
They have a history with some bad blood in between them.
They talk, and then the victim backs away. He then bends down to grab something, and the dog appears to bite him near the neck and pull him out of view.
At some point, the dog, who was on a leash, on their own property.
An Attleboro convenience store at gunpoint. 12 News obtaining new surveillance images of that suspect. Adriana Rosas Rivera joins us now in studio with the details. Adriana?
Well, Shannon, police say this man walked into Borders, Bets, and Butts with a gun. The Pinpoint News Tracker taking you to the scene. This is a convenience store right on Route 1 at the intersection of Carlton Street, not very far from a middle school. These are surveillance images we obtained today from police. Now, this happened just after 10:30 last night. The suspect asked the store clerk for money and rolling papers. Police say the suspect is described as a black male in a hooded sweatshirt. He wore gloves and covered his face with a mask. Now, I went inside the convenience store this afternoon and talked with an employee, but they declined to talk to me on camera. Now, the good news here is no one was injured and the incident remains under investigation. Live in studio, I'm Adriana Rosas Rivera.
Is where it's being reported. Year after year, robberies are up by 28% for burglaries. That number skyrockets to 44%. Most of the focus is on carjackings and business break-ins. But now, those who live aboard boats at the port say they're facing a threat of their own, an increase in attacks from pirates. John Remus explains.
We often have a romantic notion about pirates, but when it comes to theft in Oakland, it's not really even that unusual. The same things that are happening on the land are also happening on the water. Considering all the problems Oakland is facing, now there's one more: pirates. No kidding, those who live along the estuary say there's nothing safe about living on the water.
It's every week. It's every week somebody's missing something from their boats, or either their dinghies, their outboard motors, or from their cars.
The twist is that the thieves are actually coming by way of the water, operating small boats, usually at night, to steal from the large vessels tied up at the docks. John Fordham's apartment overlooks the Jack London Square Marina.
A couple weeks ago, I saw for the first time a high-speed chase on the water with police boats pulling over another boat that was speeding away.
Jamie Camacho was salvaging teak wood from some old
just
ships.
Lost one. Their neighbor and NATO member Poland. The breakup was brewing for a while now. It started when Poland banned the import of Ukrainian food grains. You see, Ukraine cannot export via sea. So they dumped their food grain in neighboring countries like Poland. But Poland said, no more. Their farmers were losing out because of cheap Ukrainian grain. Kiev rejected this decision. They also filed a lawsuit at the World Trade Organization. Let me repeat that. A lawsuit against their own ally. Poland did not say very much about the legal action, but this week President Zelensky went a step further. He crossed a red line during his speech at the United Nations General Assembly. Listen to this.
And it is alarming to see how some in Europe, some our friends in Europe, play out solidarity in political theater, making thriller from the drain. And they may seem to play their own role, but in fact they are helping set the stage to a Moscow actor.
Big mistake there. Poland rejected Zelensky's statement. This is what their government said, and I'm quoting, "No one in the world has shown more generous help to Ukrainians than Poles. President Zelensky should remember this." In other words, show some gratitude. If the matter ended
Hanging
there,
off the side of an Audi SUV at Fort Mason in San Francisco is going viral tonight. And actually, we tracked him down to find out what happened. So here's what happened. He was in a group of tourists traveling from overseas. They were in San Francisco for one day to sightsee last Wednesday when two thieves broke into their vans at Fort Mason. They smashed the windows and snatched bags with passports and laptops inside and threw them into a getaway car, a black Audi. When two of the tourists confronted them to try and get their bags back, one of them ended up holding onto the side of their car as the thieves sped off.
I was just like hanging there until I realized like he's just gonna keep accelerating if I'm not gonna
LA County has now increased 53 times in 58 days. And overnight, for the first time in nearly a year, the average price for a gallon of regular surged past $6 in LA, 72 cents higher than just a month ago.
KTLA Samantha Cortese live in Studio City with a reminder to read the posted prices closely. Sam.
Micah and MB behind me, it says $6.39 for a gallon of regular. We're in Studio City at Laurel Canyon and Riverside. $6.39 with a car wash. And diesel, you'll pay up to $7.59 a gallon.